My other one died.
Yeah.
But just just what first of all, what do you see at if do they do any interesting things with the triple option, or pretty much like the military schools, kind of comparable to those guys?
Yeah, very similar. Very
Okay.
similar offense. The true double wing, quarterback under center, fullback type option. I mean, they have a couple different formations, but predominantly that's their formation they run out of. And the whole line's physical. They get after you. They're maulers. Of course, they're going to cut you.
Oh, yeah.
So it's that type of traditional triple option. You got to do your job. If you don't, they're going to make you pay for it.
In the cutting, that hasn't, I'm guessing this team, or the guys on this team, haven't experienced a lot of that in the
Right.
past few years. How do you pinpoint that in practice? Like, it's probably
Yeah,
hard.
it's hard to practice for it, but best we can. We try to do different drills with different bags and balls, and even sometimes using each other, not going full speed, but trying to give them just a feel for when somebody's going down low, what it looks like, and we try to match pad level, and those type of things. So, but overall, it's a difficult offense to simulate. That's why, to me, it's amazing more teams don't go back to using it. And I think, because honestly, if it's on, and it's hard to stop because you have to be just really good at executing on defense and discipline.
Okay.
So a key this week for us is to be physical and be disciplined.
Okay, those are keys, numbers 1 and 2. Is there a way to kind of like unpackage that? How you make sure everybody stays disciplined? Like,
It's just doing your job. So, inside, basically tackles, you take care of the dive, take care of the double teams, make sure they can't climb to our backers and get in their way. And then, our ends and our bucks, just make sure we take away the dive if it comes to that point, or to pick up the quarterback. So it's just one of those things that, again, you don't practice a lot. So kids kind of get like bored and like, oh, I can go make this play. And as soon as you cheat to go do something, that's usually when they make you pay. So we really are emphasizing that and showing plays that they've done, that they've had success with, and showing why they had success. Usually it's because somebody tried to not do their job and try to do something else, and they exposed it. So they're a great team. They're good at, I think they're a better team than I think the record shows. I think they have an offense that's very explosive, and we just have to do a great job on defense, make sure we execute and we're disciplined.
right. And when their offense is at their best, is it like, who are they riding? Is it mostly the fullback? Is that kind of their go-to guy?
Yeah, 22 has the most rushing yards right now, and the quarterbacks have been doing a good job too, and the wide receiver, when they do throw it, he's doing a great job. Number 6, he's getting a lot of yards and making plays happen, running by DBs. So he's a good player too. So I mean, they have caliber athletes all around. It's just again, for us, staying disciplined, and hopefully they make the mistakes and not us, and honestly turn it over.
Right. Well, you did a good job of that last week. Jeez. That brings me to like momentum. Do you feel like this is, some of the most momentum you guys have had? Just, not even just as a defense, but just as a complete
I think
team.
as a team, right? Yeah, teams are heading, turning in the right direction right now. I think as a team, I think attitude-wise and belief, and what Coach P's been preaching on the whole season and getting us to go and to believe as players. So I think guys doing that, they understand, like, man, if we just do our jobs, look how things work. So again, this week they have to be disciplined, but I think every week the belief grows more and more, especially after last week's game.
Right. Do you have any like anecdotes from your playing days of playing against the option, or did you? I'm guessing you played against.
I did. I played against Air Force, and at the time also UTEP was running a little bit of it, and there's a few other schools that sprinkling in here and there, but Air Force was, I was not twice, but quite a bit bigger than most of the all linemen, but they're so disciplined, and the military schools, that's, they work on it time after time after time, and they expose you. So you can stuff them. As soon as you think you got this, you get lax on one play, or you don't close as fast, boom, they hit it. And then after you get hit a couple of those, then guess what? Your safety starts cheating, and guess what? Then they pop it over the top. So, yeah, we had a few things where we just, as a defense, and when I played back in my day, again, the whole thing was be physical and be disciplined. Can't worry about the cut blocks up front. You just got to be physical, play fast, play down the line type of things, and make sure you get to the ball.
Okay. Do they have any, like, do they give off any hints as to, like, what they're going to do? Like, like maybe not even pre-snap, but like early in the rep, or do they?
No, they're pretty disciplined in their alignments and their assignments. And just their stances up front, everything they do, they're pretty disciplined. You might catch a key or two, but it's not consistent. Like, it's not like, oh, hey, every time the back's this deep, or he's a yard deeper, is this. No, you don't really see that because, again, they want it to all look the same. So when they do that, it makes it that much more difficult for defenses, especially when you don't play it a lot.
And I know guys like Leo Tomba's had to step up a lot. You know, just
He's
how have
done
you
a
seen
great
him do?
job. Leo's done a great job for us. I mean, you can't replace the Chuck and what he did for us and what he can do. But Leo's doing a great job. Leo has tons of talent. He's very built similar and very similar athlete of like a Chuck. So I'm excited to see him continue to grow and become the best player he can be. And I think he could do a lot of similar things to what Chuck did. So. And I just think overall the defense is starting to play a little better, have more confidence. Guys are starting to really understand and execute what we're trying to ask them to do on the defense. So it's good to see just overall guys playing better and feeling better and doing things.
Right. And on the D line, is there some, you know, maybe like some kind of thing that was key that you guys have fine-tuned like really well over the season that maybe at the start of the year you're like, oh, it's not all the way there, but now you're like, okay, this aspect's looking really good?
I think being assignment sound is getting better. We're still, you know, pad level is always an issue, especially when you have bigger guys. They tend to play higher, so we're trying to still work on that. But I think technique overall, I've been seeing it get better every week. Our technique is better consistently, not just a couple guys, but I think as a group we're getting better. And we still have a long ways to go, and as a coach sometimes it could be frustrating just because you work on it all summer, all spring, and fall, and these guys, when we do our drills, they look fantastic, but it's just taking that drill work and applying it to teamwork and competition. And that's where as a coach I got to do a better job, and as players we got to take what we do individually and apply it.
And this is kind of a big test for that, like pad level especially, right?
Pad level yeah, if you have high pad level here, they're going to expose you, and you're going to get buried about 5-6 yards down the field. So yeah, our D-line has to play with great pad level and play low, and honestly, again, that helps take away the cut blocks in a sense of if I'm as low as they are, then we're colliding into each other, and I might have a chance to press off and get down the line.
Okay. Are they a little bit like undersized for an O-line, like kind of like the military schools?
Yeah, they're not the biggest guys. I think they might have one guy maybe 300 pounds, but besides that, most of them are, you know, anywhere from 270 to 290s. Okay. But yeah, they're longer, leaner guys typically.
For the speed,
longer, but just quick and just, you know, aggressive, scramble technique, all sorts of different blocking schemes that they do.
Okay.